Hello.
Oh, Davey boy. You don't. You just want your voice on this, right? No camera.
No.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I just wanted. If people don't know you, they should see how beautiful you are. Well, Dave. What the first guest of this amazing, never happening again talkcast between us. How are you doing, Dave?
Have you got a name for this podcast yet?
Do you think I have a plan? I'm calling it the FeedKay podcast.
FeedKay podcast. I thought. Hang on a second. How can it be called the FeedKay podcast if I'm a guest?
Maybe this could be our thing. We always invite people like Donald Trump, and we both talk to them and shit. I don't know. I didn't plan this. I just want to.
Am I a guest or am I a host? I don't even know.
What do you feel like? Like a guest or a host?
I don't know. I thought I was a guest. I thought I was a host. Sorry, host. I'm gonna go with host.
Okay, you're the host. And we all know hosting in Paradox Wave manner is always gonna lead to beauty.
The big question. I'll start this off. So, how have you been?
I feel great. I think so. It's getting hotter in Germany, and it really fucks with me. We were out yesterday looking at like an old castle, and I was sweating to death. Oh, we have a little podcast assistant here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next time a bit quicker, okay?
Well, what are we drinking?
No, I'm. Look, it's this is pretty English, isn't it? Eggs with bread and apricoco. No, What is this, Dave? What is this? Apricot.
Peach? Kind of looks like a peach to me.
Germans, isn't there a difference between Pfirsich and Aprikose? Isn't there a difference between peaches and apricots? Nectarine. Is that English?
It's a very Mediterranean breakfast you've got there. The sweet and the savory both together.
What did you eat this morning?
I have not eaten anything today. I've been doing like a fasting thing to lose weight.
Oh, intermittent fasting?
Yeah.
Oh, so you feel that you're overweight lately?
Am I overweight lately? What?
Do you feel like you overweight?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've lost a stone. So
Can you stop talking about stones? This is not Middle Earth.
I lost 14 pounds since.
14? What is 14 pounds, man?
I think that's like maybe 1.5 kilograms. Let me Google it.
You lost 1.5 kilograms. That's good.
Oh, that's half a kilogram. Wow. No, that's 1 pound. Hang on. Let me start again.
How much do you weigh right now, Dave? If you want to share that.
Oh, man, that's a big one. Oh, damn. Let me. I feel embarrassed by this, actually.
Oh, come on. Why?
Let's have a look. Okay.
You have a beautiful face.
Okay.
I'd say you're like 92, 93.
Okay, the last time I weighed myself, I was 14 stone 12. Let me just reverse engineer that.
14 stone 12 in Middle Earth. 94. We weigh the same. Dave.
Wow.
94.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
So,
aren't you like tall? Aren't you like super tall?
Yeah, 6'2". That actually still puts me to the overweight range for BMI though. So I'd ideally see. I used to have like this routine where I used to run like a good like 5K almost every other day, and I was in so much shape. I had so much energy, and my weight was always stable. I felt the top, you know. And at the minute recently, I have not been feeling that way, and I'd love to get back to the way I was.
Well, why did you stop running?
I hate running.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's actually really very boring.
Yeah, the biggest issue with it is that sometimes you want to go out and the weather's great and that's awesome, and then sometimes it's too hot and you just big sweat blob, and then sometimes you go out and it's pissing it down, and you just it's really hard to have the perfect weather for running. You know, it needs to be like 10 degrees centigrade dead on.
Go for hikes
on a cloudy, overcast day.
It's true. I know what you mean, but I think the sports and losing weight is about that. You have to push yourself to do it. Like, I always go jogging very early, because once the sun comes up, I can't go out anymore. It just burns me to death.
The way I see it is, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, I don't think it's a really good way of doing it long term.
Would you say there's a sport that would motivate you and then you would enjoy it? Like, I don't know, swimming or something?
I do enjoy cycling. I think the biggest problem with cycling is because you're on a vehicle that, like, makes sure movement's like 6 or 7 times more efficient. You usually have to be going a lot longer to actually get, you know, like the calorie benefit from it.
More time consuming, yeah.
And plus, I bought an e-bike too, so that was like a year ago. And that you just, you know, you say to yourself, "Oh, I'll only turn on the assist when I'm going uphill," but yeah, sometimes you just want to go freaking fast, you know. You just so you whack on the assist and then.
I saw this podcast the other day from Joe Rogan, and he had like a sports scientist there, and he talked about this principle that, like, you right now have this argument, I would like to go cycling, but it takes more time, it takes more energy, blah, blah, blah. But this guy has the argument that right now you're not doing any sports anyway. So if you go cycling just for 30 minutes or 1 hour, it's still, you did something. It's better than doing nothing. No, it's like this principle of at least do something, even if it's not much, at least you're doing something.
Yeah.
A guy that does 1 week of lazy sports, like only 20 minutes, did more sports than a guy who didn't do any sports at all in a week. In a way. You know?
This was a long time ago, but I remember reading something about people had like an afterburn after exercise, particularly people who aren't very active. So they'll just play around with some dumbbells, not necessarily doing any kind of reps or anything. And later on, they'll find they'll get a lot of benefit from that, from an afterburn effect. I think the idea behind it is you're consuming calories as you're developing those muscle areas. So if later on, if you were lifting, you'd be more efficient at doing it. And then officially the efficiency drops off because you become swole.
Or for example, this scientist also had this to connect with this idea that people that just start with sports, they hate sports because let's say you're not very unhealthy right now and you start jogging today. You're gonna come home and you're gonna feel like shit. The next 3 days you're gonna feel like shit. So he's suggesting the first time you do sports, just chill. Stop when you start feeling a bit of burn. Stop after 10 minutes, whatever. So the next day you're not gonna be negatively thinking about it. Oh, everything hurts. But you're actually like, oh, I still feel great. I didn't do too much, but at least you're still ready to keep going. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I found the thing that motivated me to keep going was routine. If I said to myself, every other day, apart from weekends, I don't know, I felt like I was consistent, but the only problem is I would beat myself up if I missed one day.
Yeah. Well, I think I have a name now for the podcast. It's the Boomer Podcast. We're talking about how to lose weight, guys. Welcome.
Yeah. Just for the audience, I'm 35. How old are you?
Hey, you already 35, man? Wow.
Yeah, I turned 35.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wow, thank you, my dude.
Man, you look much younger.
What did you get me?
This podcast.
This is the present. Right.
Okay,
how old are you?
What?
Come on, for the
I'm 29.
audience, how old are you?
I mean, my brain is 40, but I'm 29.
Just 30 scare you?
No. I don't care about the number, I care about the body. Like losing hair and getting weaker. That I'm scared of. Something like that. Like if I'm 40 years old, but I'm still fit and have hair, who cares? But if I'm 28 and I'm already bald, you know, that's like the way I think about it. You have beautiful hair, right? I remember. You have beautiful hair.
I had a dream last night that I lost most of my hair.
Oh.
That's really strange. I usually don't even think about my hair. I don't obsess about it like some people do. Because a lot of the time, I don't have a hairstyle. I'll just let it grow out. But last night, I had a dream where it literally... It was almost like you can't even call it a receding hairline. It was like a toupee because it kind of flapped in the top, and I was thinking, does it even make any sense? That's not even the way you lose hair anyway.
Weird. They say dreams show what you're scared of.
Yeah, maybe it is. Like unconsciously, I am really paranoid about losing my hair. Maybe I am. What are you afraid of, Tommy?
Generally, or like getting older, or generally?
Yeah.
The HOI4 podcast. This is becoming a very personal one. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of I think being a loser again. Like I'm very afraid of like the stream dying or something. That will really fuck me up hard, I think. But I think it's normal if you have a business, right? I mean, you will feel the same if let's say your YouTube channel will be lost for some reason. This will make you very sad, won't it? That's very scary.
I think I share that fear. I think the only way I see it differently is it's returning to a past job. That's the fear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very well said. Like, we have such a... It's a privilege, like, being a streamer or YouTuber. It's a cool job. And imagining it fucks up and you have to go back to, like, retail or something, that's horrifying. It just is the truth. Which brings us to one of my questions from Eins. He's kind of asking how did Feedback start his YouTube career, but the question, I will change it for a second. What did you do? Tell the people, people also want to learn about you. I think I know the answer, but what did you do before YouTube? What was your last job before you did YouTube?
My last job before YouTube was call center work, and I would be the guy on the phone that would guide people through signing up for benefits.
Ah.
So they'd be computer literate, and they'd call me up, and I would guide them through the buttons they have to press to sign up for better benefits in the UK. They call it universal credit.
Huh.
And I did that job for 6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks, not a lot of time. And
No.
did you have fun in it?
I hated it.
Yeah.
It was like pulling teeth. It was awful. No offense to people that would call up, but how do I put this politely? People who tend to be computer literate, I can't even put this politely. A lot of the people were a little bit slow, put it that way. And having to explain something over and over again because they just don't get it is, I don't know, it's pretty painful. I mean, I used to do other jobs in the past too. I used to be like broadband tech support for like a small businesses, and a lot of them weren't really clued up digitally. But I think the last job was definitely the worst. What did you do the last job, Tommy?
Well, as you know, I was in a supermarket for 7 years, and also another example of just hating it and being happy not to be there anymore. I mean, I just thought about this. If you are in a supermarket for 400 euros a month, if you are in what Feedback did, the call station, is there any human being on this planet that enjoys these jobs? Is there anyone that goes home like, today I was cashing for 8 hours, I made way too less money, I love this? Is anyone like that out there?
I think some people have. I'm not one of these people, by the way, but some people are high energy and they need somewhere to like vent their energy. And I think just having a job where, I don't know, you're either on the phone or you're stacking shelves, I think that burns off that energy and it gets rid of that frustration. And I think that keeps them motivated. So I think doing nothing would make them go mad.
Yeah.
But just doing something simple, like, I don't know, a supermarket job probably would be just enough. I don't know, I take you as a high energy guy. I'd imagine you being unemployed with no job and no streaming career, you'd go mad.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. By the way, someone is saying, Kim is saying, some people are so normie they want to have such an average life. We're not dissing an average life here. There's certain jobs in an average normie life, whatever you want to call it, that are just shit jobs. Doesn't matter how educated you are, they're just shit jobs. And no one likes to do them. There's obviously barbers out there that love being a barber. But being on a cashier station or in a fucking call center all day, it's a big difference. Dave sent me 1 month ago, I talked about this before we get into the questions. He sent me a picture. He fucking totally cut off his thumb. Like fully the upper thing is cut off. How do you feel now? Is it looking better? Are you actually missing flesh now on your thumb, or how does this work?
There's like a tiny indent. I'll tell the story. So I bought one of those flatbed mandolin slicers. If you've ever worked in the kitchen or kitchen industry, you'll know what they are. They're not really for commercial use, but I bought one anyway because I'm a rebel. And I was so excited when I got it out of the box. I was like, oh, let's chop this pepper. So the blade is so unbelievably sharp. When you actually move vegetable over it, you can't even feel any kind of pushback, any friction, any kind. So there's me with a pepper in one hand going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, nothing's happening here. It's not even working. Why is it not chopping this vegetable? And boom, my thumb. It's like a directional cut, slice, taking a bit of the nail off as well. It bled like hell. Funnily enough, it wasn't even painful because it was such a clean cut. And I went to A&E in the middle of the COVID crisis, which was interesting.
He sent me a picture. So this is not a dick, this is his thumb, right? And he sends me a picture, and you have to understand, kinda like this was fucking just gone. Just really just gone. And he sent me a fresh picture of the cut. Beautiful. I have it in my bedroom now. Very good picture.
It's so how is it healing? It's a lot better, and it's actually a little bit disappointing in a way, because you kind of like you expect with how bad it looked initially to like have a massive gash out of it, but it's just the tiniest indent at the moment with a bit of a scab on the end. That's it. I'd imagine in like a year's time, probably the indent won't even be there either. It's kind of strange how like
lucky.
I don't know. There's some like regenerative abilities, you know, of your fingers.
Oh, regenerative abilities. Well, it seems like me and Feedback are feeling great.
No, tell me. I want to know about your injuries. Come here. What have you ever damaged or injured? Come on, tell me.
Man, to be honest, I never had like huge injuries, like broken bones and shit. I once had 12 holes in my head, but that sounds more hardcore than it is. I was a kid and I had a bicycling accident, and I fell on the ground full of stones. And I had little cracks in my skull. 12 at the time, and they had to fix that. But it wasn't that bad. I never had big injuries. Playing football, I broke my... I don't know how to say that in English. Like, there's a thing in your foot, and it rips apart, and it gets very thick.
Tendon.
My tendon ripped a shit ton. My feet are fucked up till this day.
I heard that's really painful.
It was very bad, and I was too ghetto. I didn't go to the doctor, and now it's like fucked for life and shit. But I never had big injuries. I was more like a disease guy. I had some big diseases that almost got me. I once fell off a roof on my head, and I was like, "This is it. I'm dead." But I felt great. Nothing was happening. But disease-wise, I once had. I was 18 years old in the army. I had like, they thought I had tuberculosis. I was literally just coughing blood for weeks. That was pretty heavy. And I feel it. And until this day, I have it's whooping coughing.
Oh yeah,
it's a bacteria that goes into your lungs and triggers a lot of coughing. And I coughed so much that the skin inside my lungs will rip apart, and that's the blood. And the German army didn't take it serious, and I was very shy. I was 18 years old. I didn't really fight for my rights, and no one took it serious, and it went away. And till this day, I'm not a doctor, but they say the bacteria that causes whooping coughing stays with you forever. Like, till this day, if you watch my streams a lot, till this day, I always do it will stay with me my whole life now. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. So I have a lot of coughing issues.
I don't want to be mean, but I thought the coughing was a gag. Oh my goodness, you're actually dying.
Yeah. I have to go to I went to a lot of doctors and everything and blah, blah, blah. And the thing is now there's even... I'm probably going to die one day of lung shit. So I have the whooping coughing bacteria. And now, as I'm getting older, I got a new disease called the reflux. I have too much acid in my stomach, too much liquid. And the liquid is always coming up. For example, at night, if I lay down, the liquid of the stomach goes up. And it kind of attacks this area, like the Adam's apple and shit. And it makes me go... Yeah.
I think that's bronchiectasis. That it's like fluid on the lungs.
No, I don't have fluid in my lungs. The fluid of the stomach goes into my my throat. My throat.
Reflux. Yeah, reflux. Yeah. I used to. God, I've done so many jobs. When I did travel insurance sales on the phone, and people would have to declare their medical conditions. So it's like I'll like have a memory of every single medical condition, and whenever one would come up, I'd like Google it to find out what it was and what it meant. That's why I've got like this. No. Photographic memory of all these conditions and how to pronounce them and whatnot.
Like, yeah, for example, if I drink 1 can of Coca-Cola and I don't take my pills, I'm fucked, man. I'm in a lot of trouble.
Okay, I think we should go for a question that's somehow either computer game or HOI4 related.
Okay. My dude, this is a Paradox HOI4 talk we're gonna do here. But I think people enjoy, and I also enjoy, talking about private shit, live shit. That's really cool. Because I miss Dave. I miss him. There was no ParadoxCon. Me and Dave were actually about to go to TwitchCon together, live in a house together, but then Corona happened. So yeah, I miss you. Okay.
Yeah, we did meet at 2019 PDXCon though, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was beautiful. I felt like I found a friend. Do you feel the same?
A little.
What? Whoa. I just want to say, I mean this. I tell you this all the time. I'm like always sucking your dick. I always say, at ParadoxCon, the coolest person I met, and the person, if I could choose one person that I met at ParadoxCon that I could, like, I have to stay with for a year or something, I'd choose you. Okay.
Listen, I loved everyone I met at PDXCon equally. You are all in my hearts. I adore you all. Tommy, I do love you too.
Now, Alex is closely after. Alex, you know I love you. Me and Lisa love you. We want to actually chill with you, man. Lisa talks about you, and we like you. There was like this moment where my girlfriend, me and Alex were sitting on the river, and we just had this super, like, we just met Alex, we were strangers, and we just had this super honest talk. And one of the best, before we get into the questions, one of the best fucking memories I had was me, Dave, Alex, and my girlfriend go to an Italian restaurant. We just left the convention and all the cringy shit, and we just went to a restaurant, and it was so much fun. They were so British. These guys are so British, man. Oh, it was quite splendid. Dinner. Fucking cool. But yeah, I felt sometimes bad for Dave because Dave was living in a house with much younger people, and I sometimes felt like bad for you.
It was okay. It was an experience. On hindsight, there could have been things that would have been better. The toilet could have been more accessible, having to go through 4 bedrooms in the middle of the night whilst completely naked. I know that probably scared a few people.
Okay. I wish I would have been in that house.
Ask Marconi, it's a true story.
Marconi has seen your dick?
No.
Oh. Okay, was Marconi already over 80? I'm just kidding. Okay, I was asking my chat, my Twitter, whatever, for questions for 1 week. 80% of questions were super autistic. I had to delete so many questions. I think I deleted them all. And I got some questions. They're not very high IQ, but hey, they're questions. And I want to actually get questions that are not very cringe. Like, I didn't like questions like, thank you, Reed. A lot of questions were like, why does Paradox not care about multiplayer? They fucking suck. Like, that's such an old thing, and I don't know. It's just, you know. So
Just ask a question. I'll answer it. Any question, doesn't matter.
So let's start with the question: how big is your dick?
It's massive. It
I
is
knew it,
the
I knew
Eiffel
it.
Tower
I knew
at
it.
the top of
I knew
the Empire
that.
State Building. It's massive.
Well, let's ask some of these autistic questions. Why does Paradox or HOI4 not care about the multiplayer community? Do they actually care? It's just not viewed correctly. What is your opinion about the approach of Paradox or the HOI4 department in multiplayer?
All right, so there was an event. So remember, when I'm saying this, I'm doing it for the audience. Obviously, we already know this stuff. Recently, there was a HOI4 event, an anniversary of 4 years of HOI4 coming out. It came out, believe it or not, 4 years ago. I think a few days ago. Amazing, right? 4 years of HOI4. How do you feel after that, Tommy? You feel life's better?
You're asking if multiplayer feels better after 4 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, because the reason I asked that question is because our lives have been transformed due to Hearts of Iron 4. You can't deny that, can you? I mean, that is the game that made us relevant and be able to make a living out of it.
Sure, but
it's weird to think they came out 4 years ago. That's all.
Totally right, but that's like not the question. Just because something.
Oh no, it was a sidetrack. Yeah. So yeah, 4 years since HOI4 came out, there was a little multiplayer event. I was invited to it, and Prussian Prince, Moderate Viking, and Toriel.
Nice.
So I guess the question would be: is like, to ignore the multiplayer community? I mean, Prussian Prince at one point was part of the meta community, wasn't he?
I don't know. I have no idea who was in the meta community.
No, Prussian Prince used to playing games with you.
Oh yeah, I
when you
remember.
used to
He's
do
actually really good. I remember he used to win the tournament and stuff. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I think it was over a year ago, and there was another HOI4 event when a new DLC came out. I can't remember which one it was now. And Prussian Prince was in that, and he played Germany, and he literally demolished everyone. Literally. It wasn't even a contest. He just completely floored us all.
I remember now, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's what I would say. I feel like I don't think there's a specific community that anyone cares more or less about. I mean, at the end of the day, if Prussian Prince getting invited, and he is someone who used to be quite prominent in the multiplayer community, I feel like that's a big deal.
Yeah, but the question is more about the development static and not like them connecting with meta or multiplayer community. Do you think that Paradox, let's say when they have a new plan for a new DLC or a new patch, they're mostly thinking about single player content and not multiplayer content? Is that true or is it not true?
I would say the multiplayer aspect of Hearts of Iron 4 is a secondary. I think the base game is about single player experience, and the multiplayer is kind of like an add-on. But if it wasn't for the multiplayer aspect, I don't think the game would have had as much popularity. Because when people play with their friends, they get a lot more hyped up about the experience. You know, and they can role play and whatnot.
Very
and
true.
This is what you're doing. So, do they not care? Because I think that, let's just give an example. This one currently, this current event they arranged with the 4 people that came. So you got Prussian Prince, who isn't the biggest on YouTube, but he was part of the meta community. He did play a lot of multiplayer games, so he's very different. I'm this guy who plays most of HOI4, and I guess me and Toriel overlap quite a bit because we make these HOI4 kind of like break videos and stuff, I guess. And then there's Moderate Viking, who doesn't actually, I think he does play a lot of HOI4, but I think he jumps between games. He's mostly a streamer, which is recently he's been doing really well, actually. He's like 300, 400, 500 viewers a stream, which is on average is pretty big compared to like the average Paradox streamer you get. So I don't know, like, there's quite a big variety there. So I don't know, my question back would be like, I don't know, it feels like that they are selecting people based on a lot of different shapes and sizes.
Howdy.
So
Are you butthurt you didn't get invited? Is that it? Come on, just come out with it.
No, I totally changed with that stuff. Like 2 years ago when I still was more toxic and maybe more childish. Obviously, when I didn't get invited or when Paradox or the HOI4 department, whatever you want to call it, never did anything with me, like not even giving me DLCs a week early. I was obviously like, but it's also entertaining. It was also good for entertainment, where you're like, what the fuck, I'm the biggest HOI4 guy, why are they not inviting me? What the fuck, Paradox? But I feel like the meme is old now and not fun anymore. Like, I reached a point now where I mean it from above my heart, I don't care anymore. I wish them all the best, and their company, they have to make decisions that defend their company, I fully get it, and it's totally fine. I just sometimes wonder, which kind of will bring us to the next question, a question that I'm really interested in all the time, because I never had the fucking insight of Paradox. Don't you think that if Paradox would work more with big content creators, there could be so much potential for growth and commercial and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like it'd be the same issue with Twitch in the early days. People would complain that they're not getting exposure. I think that's why maybe they've... See, I'll just be clear, by the way. I don't actually know how they select people for these kind of events.
You got an email. That's what happened.
Or a DM on Discord, something like that, you know? Yeah, so I don't know how the selection process works, but I would say the pillars of how you get selected is you keep your nose clean. Any kind of drama that might appear on other websites or get spread around the community is something that would be looked down upon, as well as maybe clips posted on live stream fails that gets to the front page and gets to the top, maybe, possibly. Not my clip, though, because my clip did really well, and it was really PC, and it was really, really wholesome. It was the Star Wars one. That was my probably most upvoted Reddit post ever.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But of course, you've got to have some influence in the community as well. If you've been around for a long time, like Prussian Prince, or if you have obviously quite a big following on YouTube, which me and Tori all do, or if you, I don't know, like Modred gets everywhere, you know. He always gets invited to like the PDX kind of events and stuff. I suppose it's who you know as well. So you got to get connections with someone you like, and eventually you'll open doors to new adventures, I imagine. Once again, complete guesses, by the way. I don't actually know how they select people, but that is my little hunch.
Yeah, I get that, or my ideas, which is pretty obvious. I talked to ISP and Bokuin about this, that the biggest if you look at Bokuin, ISP, TommyKay, I don't even know why Alex wouldn't get invited to this. Isn't Alex the nicest PC guy ever? That, for example, these three characters, ISP, Bokuin, and TommyKay, are considered to be edgy. But I sometimes don't get that. When I look at ISP YouTube videos, or Bokuin, for me, they're not that edgy. Just because they use a word like autistic, is that already a reason to not connect with a 500,000 subscriber YouTuber who could bring so much exposure to you? That's something I always wonder. They're running a business, and I was just watching the first quarter business review from the CEO and shit, and they have this business model of conservative, chill, no risks. And from there, I get this kind of approach of, we're taking no risks here, we're not gonna do anything with a TommyKay or an ISP or a Bokuin. But then I always wonder...
He was in an EU4 one, wasn't he?
Boku was in EU4?
Yeah, it was But it must have been 6 months to a year ago, but it was like an event where they had to do these little challenges. I think Florywari was in it and some other ones.
I think it's getting better for them now. When I was talking to Bokuin last year on the convention, he was kind of saying that you also see that ISP is now, he got this Easter egg in the trailer, the artillery only Easter egg. So they show some love. The only one getting no love. Huh?
The trailer? What trailer was that?
The trailer for the 4-year anniversary. There was an artillery only Easter egg in the newspaper of the speeches.
Cool.
So they know these people exist. I just always thought, or don't, I'm not a big economy guy. So there's two approaches. You are very conservative and chill without risks. You do not make big moves with these content creators. Or you take a little of a risk and do moves with these guys and have, for the first time ever, this company, not trying to shit talk all the smaller ones. The company has a face, has like a big, like Fortnite has a ninja or something in a way. And that could actually, I mean, it's still a company. A company has to make money. And I think this will bring in more assets, I think. What do you think about what I'm saying here?
It kind of makes sense to select large people. Because just from a general exposure perspective, I think the way you see it is that if there's a marketing budget, we'll just hand it out to people who are necessarily safe. And safe doesn't necessarily mean people who maybe won't slip up every now and then. I'm not perfect. But you know, if you've worked with PDX before, which all the 4 people who have with this specific event that happened, I think they just class them as safe. I suppose the hardest part is getting your foot in the door, and if you've potentially had drama in the past doing other things online, that things will carry over. I think the biggest issue, and this applies to lots of content creators, naming no names, is a lot of people don't take responsibility of how their community acts off their platform. They'll just pretend that, oh, my community acts on free will, they do what they please, which is not really true. They're highly influenced by the content creator, the influencer, the YouTuber, the Twitch streamer. And I think taking responsibility for that is the first step towards getting invited to any of these kind of events.
Well said. Well said. So you're saying that my chat's a bunch of idiots that destroyed everything. Pretty
Pass.
Tommy, I went to the Paradox channel and spammed Abdulaziz, and then I got banned. Why, Tommy? Why is Paradox so? Yeah, chat. Good job. You destroyed everything. But yeah, to maybe finish this content creator Paradox topic, that I think I came to peace with it. I wish them really all the best. Like as you said in the beginning, without HOI4, me and Dave wouldn't
I
be
would
here
love
today.
to get invited to one of these events, okay? Because I would love to play in a game with you, and we would have a good laugh and a good giggle.
I think you should test. But I think I wouldn't even take this. I wouldn't even take it anymore.
Don't say that. We wouldn't be having this conversation if you didn't care.
No, I just want to like talk about. I always want to understand. I want to understand what's going up behind the doors of Twitch and Paradox. I always wonder. Just to finish this topic, I just want to officially say here on stream, I wish Paradox all the best. Till this day, I have no hard feelings. For example, when Dan Lind said something bad about me, it's totally fine and shit. I don't care anymore and stuff, and it's all cool. I'm like growing up and shit, and it's fine. Like a lot of people.
Future Dave, cut this segment out. Note to future Dave.
Come on. Like, you know, chat is always, they're very young and they're like, drama, come on, let's fuck up Paradox, they're not doing something for Tommy. Like, it's childish shit. Like, I'm getting older. It's all fine. All the best. I'm even thinking of buying their stocks. And all the best, man.
Are they publicly?
Yeah, they're for a long time, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
I'm like watching their... Every quarter they have a stream where the CEO and the other guy, I don't know, there's a male and a female, and they talk about stocks and shit, and it's really interesting. And they're actually doing well. They're doing well for themselves. Good approach.
Yeah, I know the lady's the CEO. I can't remember.
Ebba Lundegren or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you would have bought Paradox stocks, we just said that before Corona, you'd be very rich right now. They just doubled up.
CFO, yeah. Awesome. Have you got more of a?
No, well, you did the switch. You already raised the second question about how do we think our platforms are growing.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So
let me ask you: do you think streaming will ever get in the next 10 years? Will get a big competitor? Will Twitch get a big competitor in the next 10 years?
Oh wow! In the next 10 years? Oof.
Well, let's say 5, maybe.
That's so difficult to say. It's like, what could another platform offer? That's a good bit. That's a really big one.
I'm thinking a lot about this topic and talking to like people that know a bit about economics, and a lot of arguments I see is that you have to understand that streaming is not that big of a deal. If you look at YouTube, they make so much money from videos, they don't have to give a fuck about streaming. If you look at the yearly report in January this year, you see how much money did streaming make and Twitch made, and how much money did YouTube make. And YouTube is worlds, galaxies ahead of streaming, and it's like they don't care that much to go into this market.
We'll start with my origin story. So I first started streaming on Twitch in 2012. It was the first of over 2012, and I started my Feedbackgaming brand. And it took me a very long time before I got any traction or got anywhere. I was doing a full-time job on the side. So 2012, Twitch was the largest streaming platform, and that hasn't really I would like to see, like, if anyone's got the data for it, like a breakdown of, like, I don't know, hours watched on certain platforms, the amount of registered users watching at any active time. That would be really cool to see. Because I understand that probably there's been a pie taken from, what are even the platforms on? We've got Hitbox, we've got YouTube Gaming, we've got Mixer. That's a big one, isn't it? Because that's owned by Microsoft.
I don't know if I have the link anymore. I saw at the beginning of the year there was like a pie chart, and obviously Twitch is still the number one with, I don't know, I think 75%, but it's slowly losing little chunks. Like Mixer 3%, YouTube gaming gets a bit bigger, but still.
Facebook gaming, yeah.
Chat, anyone has a link? The pie chart that shows streaming in the January 2020. I need your help here. That was very interesting, and yeah, I feel like I would say that Twitch has no competition in the future. But I also feel like if YouTube and aka Google will start doing big moves, for example, as they just did, giving a contract to PewDiePie, they could really fuck with Twitch if they wanted to.
Oof, my goodness. My goodness, Twitch has got some insane advantage. Wow. Views per channel, average concurrent viewers.
Yeah, and if you check out these stats, it will take Microsoft and Mixer just too much to keep up. Like, it is shown in the last months that buying Shroud and buying Ninja and all this shit is not gonna be enough, man. It's not gonna be enough to keep up.
So Mixer's own, just to confirm, Mixer is owned by Microsoft, right?
Yeah, right, chat? Yeah, Mixer is Microsoft Group.
So for the most part, I mean, they've got unlimited money. But then again, Amazon own Twitch. So
well, Amazon, Google, and they all have infinite money, in a way, yes. Yeah, Mixer is Microsoft. It will be even more interesting to see how YouTube does it again. I think YouTube is the big enemy to Twitch, if it wanted to be.
Buying, like, Ninja and stuff, I don't think there's, like, money to be made on those specific individuals, the celebrities. That it's the exposure that those individuals will get and cause large amounts of people to move over.
Getting the name out there and stuff.
Look at unique channels. For the most part, under competition, Mixer's getting a lot of people signing up and a lot of people starting to stream on that platform, just probably from the influence of Ninja.
But I always think that Mixer was hoping that big streamers would follow this move, which did not happen, obviously.
Not to talk about normies, but I have noticed a lot of people, my friends on Facebook, they instantly want to go to Mixer first before Twitch. And I think it's because of just the mainstream appeal of hearing about Ninja and hearing about, obviously, the big games like Minecraft and...
yeah, so in a way, that was a good move to get exposure. But will it be enough to ever beat Twitch? That's a big question.
It's hard to say, because they're going to play the long game, aren't they? And they've got the money to play the long game, so it's hard to say. 10 years is a long time, though.
Tommy streamer Mixer? If I get banned, you will see me on YouTube, not on Mixer, to be honest.
Well, you've got the platform on there as well.
Yeah, because you got the subs there,
Yeah, wherever. It's a hard one to answer that question, to be honest with you. I would like to see Twitch have less control overall, therefore might want to update their platform more, maybe keep all their people up to date and whatnot. But I think the way they see the way I see the internal structure of Twitch at the moment is they're all complacent. They've got the crap tons of money that Amazon have got just to sit on. They don't really need to do any change because they're the top of the platform anyway. They have the monopoly of the platform. So what's their incentive to really make changes and really change things up? There really isn't.
Yeah, it's like a basic economy question. If you have a monopoly, you have no competition. If you have no competition, you don't improve a lot. On general.
So how's your growth been on Twitch then? Do you feel like you get more concurrent viewers? Is the donos up? Or how's everything?
We can take a look. But growth has been going on. But I think lately it's important to not take the numbers right now too serious because of Corona. Corona brought a lot of people into Twitch and YouTube. How can I show my statistics? I don't fucking know. I don't want to.
Does it really give you like a really big jump?
Yeah, like April was by far the best month ever. The Corona
month. Okay.
Because everybody's at home. Didn't you feel that on YouTube?
No, that's really strange. So I'm having the exact opposite problem. Sure, the viewers might be up slightly, but because people are spending less, people have less money, and businesses are aware of that, so they're putting less money into adverts, and adverts is the main amount of money that I get. Right now, I am getting murdered.
Why?
My ad revenue is down like 70%.
Why wouldn't Corona be good?
It's on its way up now, though, but it was brutal for me.
But I don't understand. More YouTube, Netflix, Twitch, they are making insane. You hear me? Hello? Test. Hello.
Hello.
What the fuck happened there?
What happened?
Not there.
What happened there?
The hackers.
What did you do? Why did you hang up on me?
I did not, because the mic was fucked.
I don't know what happened.
Like on Twitch, as you see here, for example, it's like going great. Even though it's just basic HOI4 all the time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that you're saying YouTube, as a YouTuber, Corona didn't help you?
I spoke a little bit to Spiffing, and he said the exact same thing. He says his ad revenue were down like a large sum as well.
That's crazy. Like, I'm very, very happy that I'm not a YouTuber. When I hear of your guys' problems and shit, man, I'm happy I don't have these problems.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I think just the way I see it is we're at a bottom right now, and the only way is
Alright, let's get we're so many minutes in. We didn't really talk about HOI4 yet, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the free talking. It's great.
Yeah, I don't want this podcast to go over an hour because I want it to end on a high, and we have more things to talk about potentially next week.
I understand.
Yeah, so we've got.
You want to do it again next week?
We can do. As long as we have lots of fresh things to talk about.
Well, if we want to do another one, it would be clever to not go too deep into HOI4 right now and keep that for... And today, it'll just be more general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so in that case, then... Well, I don't know. I think a mix of topics is always going to be better there, because some people will latch onto certain topics than other ones. We're at 50 minutes now, so just one more
Already
question.
50 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, guys, no HOI4 questions. A good question... Another question from Eins, what's up, Lisa, is, I want to hear your take on this. So, we have a fictional 18-year-old guy, he's a fan of you and me, and he wants to be a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber. Can you name, let's say, 3 tips or wisdoms you would give a young man that wants to make it on YouTube and Twitch, maybe as a let's say, even make it more specific, as a Paradox content creator, what kind of tips would you give a person like this?
We can make this fun. So I'll do the YouTube ones, and you can do the Twitch ones, right?
Okay.
So, first of all, for Twitch, for YouTube, my advice is to try and understand there's never going to be a 1 video success. And that will apply to 10 videos. And that also may apply to 50 videos too. It becomes the stage that consistency is what's going to make you gain traction and gain videos, gain a following. For me, I wasn't gaining a following until I think it was between 50 to 100 videos, and then I started to notice like daily I was getting a sub, and then 2 subs a day, then 3 subs a day, and then you could see that eventual traction happen more and more and more. So I guess number 1 would be understand this is for the long game. You're not going to get a 1 video success. I guess secondly too is don't invest in expensive hardware. I feel like this is a cliche because everyone says this one, but when I first started out, I had a crappy $10 microphone, the Logitech. I'll admit I started on Twitch, and I had a really crap computer that I had to drop the quality really low. You ever gone on one of those first-person shooter streams before, and they're about to whack down the bitrate because the computer can't take it, or they haven't got the internet connection, and it's just this blobby, blocky mess, and the cam is just a big ball of pixels. That was my stream to begin with. I'm not saying you'll get a following that, but you've got to start off with nothing and practice to be able to like speak into a microphone and gain the skills required from there.
True. I was out with friends yesterday, and one of my friends is in a guitar band, and he told me a story. He has a very rich brother who doesn't know how to play the guitar, but he's rich and he got a very expensive guitar. And it was useless because, as you just said, you need to learn your craft. Like, I know what Feedback's saying here. Like, start easy, shitty microphone shit, but then step by step build it up to learn and appreciate your items, I guess, in a way.
Yeah,
right.
I think people are looking for a magic bullet. It's the same way we were talking about exercise earlier. People are looking for that one thing that they can do, this one weight routine or this one cardio routine to lose lots of weight or get really swole. And with most things in life, which is really hard to hear as a young person, I couldn't have taken this advice as a young person. You have to put 1,000, 2,000, 300 hours into 3,000 hours into something to actually do it really well. You just. I think there probably are people out there who have natural talent, but for the most part, they make up less than 1%. And more than likely, if you just grind at it, eventually you will succeed. I guess the third and final thing, I guess that is the third and final thing I was going to mention about. Like, don't worry too much about your ability to speak on the flow. Don't worry too much about being able to provide a commentary and be funny and entertaining. Just kind of like do whatever you're capable of, and eventually it'll just come. I can remember when I played. Have you ever heard of a first-person shooter called Crysis?
Sorry. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that was one of the first games I streamed on Twitch. I think it was in 2012, and I streamed with 0 viewers. I remember getting 1 viewer on the last boss. And he came in and said hi, and I was like so excited. I was like, "Oh, hi, dude! How's it going? He never said anything else, and I checked the chat list, and he'd already gone.
Yeah, in the beginning it's hard. Yeah.
I remember too when he came into the chat, I felt like I needed to put on a performance, and it was like so cringe. Like when you have to say something just to fill a silence, and it doesn't really add anything to the overall stream or video, and it didn't really work. But anyway, there you go. Consistency. put in a long time, and I forget what the third one was. Oh, you don't need the expensive equipment. There you go.
Okay, man, you're a wise man. Totally right when he says you can't expect anything in life, sports, job, whatever, to go quick. You have to really put... There was once this great quote by some big economist who said, you never really know a thing until you put 1,000 hours in it. Yeah. Very well said, Dave. I didn't know you're that intelligent.
There you go. 3 tips for Twitch. Go, Tommy. Blows away.
Twitch tips. Just play HOI4 competitive and grow from the shadow that TommyKay has left behind and be thanks Nimikus. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Do your own shit.
Damn.
How to make it on Twitch? I like what you said. Consistency. Consistency is so stream. Like, you have a job, you have a family, whatever. You don't have a lot of time. And you're coming home and you're like, oh, I could stream 2 hours now for 1 viewer, or I could just jerk off for 2 hours. The guy who's gonna make it on Twitch is the guy who chooses to do 2 hours. Keep grinding, keep pushing, stay consistent. Stream every fucking day. Slowly people notice. YouTube income and Twitch income, like on viewers, is always a ramp. It's like, oh, no one's watching me, and then one day it will start going up. So yeah, consistency, as Dave said, very, very important. Secondly, I think you need a niche. I think the YouTube is the same. You need to be different. Like, if you right now make a competitive HOI4 channel, this is gonna sound super arrogant. You're never gonna reach TommyKay level because it's already been done. You need to do something new, right? You need to come up with an idea. I guess so. Find your niche. Like, if you stream Warzone right now, no one's gonna find you. But if you look at Victoria 2, HOI4, CK2, Love Paradox, there's not a lot of streamers there, and you can easily be found. And the third tip, to be found, is to legally have 2 or 3 fake viewers in the beginning. What do I mean? You start your stream, first time ever, you have 1 viewer, nobody knows who you are. You tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your friend to turn on the stream. Different IPs. So you have 4, this is not bots, this is legal, right? It's real people. So you have 4 viewers. What does that mean? Let's check it right now on stream. I show you guys. You just started becoming a streamer and you're trying to stream HOI4. Let me show you real quick. So you already have 4 viewers. What does that mean? Show you real quick. Oh, I hate my own voice. So you already have 4 viewers. What does that mean? Hotstone? No! Man, Alter! So you already have 4 viewers. What does that mean? So we're looking at HOI4 here, and a normal guy, perfect example here, is gonna be like, I wanna watch HOI4. Who are these people? I'm not Turkish, I'm not German. The first English guy, 7 viewers. If you fake yourself up to, let's say, 8 viewers or 5 viewers, let's say you have 8 fake, not fake, I want to stay legal here, your friends or whatever, you're already rank 3 here, and people click on you. But if you don't do it, you're gonna be down here. Like, you're already gonna be more ahead, and people need to find you. They need to, who's this? What's that? What is this? So that's my number 3. But in the end, as Feedback also very wisely said, it's very hard to tell this young people, because young people don't want to hear this. Young people think different.
Yeah, they want the magic pill, don't they? That'll cure them.
Yeah, and you will learn when you get older. It's grinding. It's consistency. That's so important. Everything. You want to be a singer. You want to play an instrument. You want to be a streamer, YouTuber. You want to be good at your job. You want to be a good plumber. You got to put the work in. You got to work on your skills. Yeah.
I think there is a kind of person that is good at Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, there's naturals, as you said, yeah.
I think, I'll say your skill and then you can say mine. I think yours is you are generally, overall, a high energy person. The ability to go for a 12 or 24-hour stream and still keep it up blows my mind, because I can't do that. Yeah. I get 3 or 4 hours into a stream and my voice gets a little bit low, I'm just tired. And it's just that enthusiasm, and I feel depressed because I'm like, I'd not give it my best, but that's all I can do. That's all that's in the tank, and that's why I ended up on YouTube, because I can give it my all, and when I'm not on my best, I can walk away and come back to it another day.
That's
I don't
true.
know, you know, old man Dave, damn right, old man Dave indeed.
But he's totally right. Everything has advantages and disadvantages. When something that makes me sad sometimes, or that makes me, you know, negative feelings, is that when you stream almost every day for 10 hours, there will be shit streams. There's going to be shit. When you make a YouTube video, you take out the shit, right? You get the good content. But if I'm boring for 1 hour, you guys are going to see this, right? And that's like a disadvantage. And then, oh, the stream wasn't good or something. But yeah, and what Dave is saying, this me being high energy, that's the grind, right? That's the grind. Look at, HQC just talked about this the other day. This grinding thing, streaming every day for 10 hours. It's gonna get you somewhere. People will get exposed to you. Back in the day, I felt this a lot. When I stream into the night, that means the USA people are waking up and they start watching, and that's already more income and shit. Stuff like that. Why do I think... What?
Yeah,
Sorry?
why do you think that what made me...
I think it's your looks. Hey, something I wanted to tell you. Let me check your latest video.
No.
You never... Let me go to Feedbackgaming real quick to confirm this. You idiot never... How do I check videos? Huh? Where's video? What? Look, I'm on your channel and I can't click videos. I need to click on the channel.
Why didn't you show your face and all your videos?
Yeah, why don't you have a webcam?
Yeah.
That's something no webcam, dude. Because I think you always have this resting bitch face and you think you don't want people to see that.
There's a Portuguese YouTuber who's kind of... I think he's upcoming. He's only got like 100 subs. And he's young, he's a good-looking guy. And I feel almost like... if looks is important to you, I think you probably should watch him. I'll find Alusitania, I think his name is. I think he does kind of like... A little bit like the Alex the Ramble thing, like, because he does, like, he plays the game, he commentates, and he's also got a little cam in the bottom left. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. Sometimes I just don't want to... Guys, do you want to wake up in the morning? You don't want to have to, like, look pretty on camera? I don't want to be doing that. How do you do it, Tommy? Does your girlfriend do, like, your makeup?
I don't think it's hard. You take a shower, and you wear a t-shirt, and you're done. You're a natural beauty, Dave. You just have to take a shower and wear a t-shirt. You're going to be fine.
Bro, I look like Jesus right now. I've got my hair grown out, my beard grown out.
Oh, I would love to see that. How I wake up is how I appear in videos, says Alex the Rambler. I would love to see Dave right now in the Jesus style. Yeah, why I think you... well, first of all, you're around since 2012, you said, right?
Yeah.
Imagine this shit. That's almost over 8 years of grind. 8 years. Man, to stay strong this long... Alex, when have you started? To stay strong this long and not go for something else or not give up, that's strong. That's some people do that. Go ahead and do this for 8 years. Not that easy. Your voice is beautiful, and I don't know. I don't know if this is wrong because I don't know too much about HOI4 YouTubing. You have this niche of exploit content. I guess I don't know. Isn't that
not to be? Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that is. I want to say. I'm just ripping the spiffing Brit. Why? Because his success cannot be ignored, and I feel like,
this exploit thing is really working a lot. Yeah,
I think credit where credit's due, and imitation is the greatest form of flattery. And at the end of the day, a lot of the changes I've made to my channel recently with the stock images, exploit-focused videos, it's all because of spiffing, because his success is so big, it cannot be ignored.
I fully get that. I fully understand that. Yeah. If you don't know, chat, Spiffing Brit is a YouTuber. He used to be before. He does everything now. And he went through the roof, and I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, he went through the roof, now over 1 million subs, because he started to do exploit videos. Like, hey, this fork in Skyrim has 2 million damage, check this out. And then the algorithm got him, and boom. Very good for him.
Alright. Are we good to wrap up then? Do you think this was a success? How do you feel?
That was good. Everybody in chat, 0 to 10. How was this? I like this idea of only doing 1 hour because you then have still stuff for next time.
Yeah, I think ending on a high is really important. Yeah, I really like that. I wrote down 7 topics and I only rubbed out 1, and it was the thumb topic. So I'll save these topics for next week.
Hey, we're an average 9 in the chat. I mean, that's what's fun. Dude, that's what I'm learning lately. I never did talkcast or podcast, and a German streamer did it. He invited me to one of his, and I realized, first of all, talking is such easy content. We just sit here and talk for 1.3k viewers. And you just talk. Yeah. It's so easy, man. I
think keeping it in nice, digestible portions is really worthwhile.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm Feedbackgaming. You can follow me on YouTube.
Imagine you used to date Dave, man. He just fucks you and then, okay, that's it, bye. Yeah, then. Sorry, you were doing commercials?
Yeah, I was gonna do an outro. Like, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Feedbackgaming. You can find me on YouTube. Just Google Feedbackgaming, and go on, you do your outro now. Any
other social media, Dave? I don't see you on Twitter a lot.
No. Sure, you can find Feedbackgaming on Instagram, but it's just personal stuff and it's boring. I don't promote that stuff.
I want to see personal stuff. And you have Instagram? What's your Instagram? I want to... What?
I think it's Dave Feedback Gaming. I think
Dave Feedback Gaming Instagram. Guys, send me his Instagram. I wanna. Ah, here he is. Dave. Can I show this? I mean, it's public.
Sure.
Oh, you show your girlfriend? What? Oh, you are way out of your league, mate. Way out of your league. Damn. Lucky man, lucky man. I think all we gamers are way out of our league. Damn.
Anyway, I seriously have to go. So do you want to do like a formal outro? What I'll do is I'm not sure if I'll send it to you or Marconi. I'll send like a chopped down version with all the ums and ahs and silences. So it'll more than likely be probably like 30 minutes.
Sure, you and Marconi go ahead. The thing about me is I never care about YouTube. Marconi is all on this. I did my content now on Twitch, and the rest is Marconi's thing. So you guys just talk about this.
Anyway, I need an outro. Can you just say, my name's Tommy, I do shit, and...
What's the name of our podcast, Dave? We need a name. The Boomer Podcast? What is this? What is this? Dave and Tommy explain the world. Okay. This was the pornographic, beautiful podcast of TommyKay and Dave. Thanks for watching. Please check out Dave on YouTube. He's actually doing pretty well lately. Deservedly so. He's beautiful. I love him. I consider him a friend. I don't think he thinks the same, which hurts. And everybody, let's say thank you in the chat that he took his time to chill with us on a Sunday morning.
And don't forget, guys, to follow Tommy at twitch.tv/TommyKay Live. Wow. Updated streams and more podcasts in future, hopefully, maybe, kind of.
Thank you for watching Broadcast. Sorry, guys, that we did not. Bye.
All right, there you go. I'll stop recording now.
Sorry, guys, if we didn't take the... I have a lot of questions from HOI4, but this is just a dynamic. It just was us talking about whatever. And we have topics for next time. And I will keep your HOI4 messages, and you can still send me more messages about HOI4, Paradox Gaming, stuff like that. And we're going to talk about that. That was fun. Is he already linked out?
No, I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, so the only hits and bits.
So now the YouTube apps are not listening anymore. You can
I know that Marconi is like the force that whether you choose his content to appear on your channel or not. I'll send it to him. Whatever he does with it, he does with it.
He's probably going to do it. Yeah. Marconi is very alpha in a way. He's like... Sometimes I tell him, do you really want to upload this video? It's not getting a lot of views. And he's like, who gives a fuck?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I've noticed recently a lot of these videos are very montage kind of videos. They're not like... Yeah. They're not like full games like they used to be. They're almost like just like little montages of funny clips and stuff.
Yeah, we had one montage and it got no views. People don't watch that. But we don't care.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Only 50. Okay. I mean, yeah. Let's take a little... I mean, I think viewers will care about this.
Just to touch on something we talked about before, is like, if we'd recorded this in the evening, I wouldn't have been as high energy as this. So,
okay, I understand.
So that's why I was adamant about the morning. That's why I was adamant about that.
Like you see right here, chat. Sorry.
We can make it a Sunday thing if you want. Sunday morning again. Fair enough.
Sure. Hey, depends, because Lisa always chooses which days are free, and if she chooses a Sunday, we gotta do it on a Saturday, for example. Yeah.
Sure. That's fine. I'm okay with that too, because I'm not going anywhere, am I?
So you see right
topics we didn't touch on.
You see right here, chat, the algorithm. If anything is not HOI4 Gaming, the YouTube algorithm doesn't show it to a lot of people, and it doesn't do very well. But me and Marconi, we don't care. We're just gonna upload this. We want to entertain you. We don't care about making millions.
Anyway, I'll do that a little bit later. I'm heading out now. Tommy, I love you. You're amazing. Beautiful. You're sexy. I loved your beard and your makeup, and Lisa makes you look beautiful for streams. And it really shows. You are magnificent. I'm gonna go now. I love you.
Bye. I love you.